How I feel? Left. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about should the Washington Commanders be interested in Bill Belichick, or is this rumor of Bill Belichick to Washington have any validity? So without further ado, let's talk about it. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. Now I know y'all like, Juan, come on, be for real. It's Bill Belichick. Why is he even in this title? Why is he even in this video? I'm just as confused as y'all. Apparently, it's this rumor going around. I'm a little late to the party, to be honest with you. I know people made videos, and it was really out like last week or so. But I really didn't want to pay no mind to it because I didn't buy it. But I came across the picture of Bill Belichick cropped in a Washington Commanders like uniform or colors, and I was just like, man, what the heck? Like, is this true? Like, could this have some type of truth to it? And how will we feel as fans if Bill Belichick, arguably the greatest head coach of all time, became the Washington Commanders head coach? Now, Ron Rivera is not obviously fired yet, but we assume, because how we think the season is going to still end, that he will be fired at the end of this year. Now, again, that's what we want, and that's what we all hope happens. But you never know what can happen. This team could go to make a deep playoff run, and Ron Rivera is back here in Washington. Now, the likelihood is that it won't happen. He'll have us on the cusp of making the playoffs yet again, and then we'll probably end up being 8-9 or 7-10 and missing the playoffs, and then he'll be fired. So that creates the vacancy. Ron Rivera, tenure here in Washington, to me, was a little bit disappointing, because I definitely we had opportunities to have success and create success for this team, and he just failed us. Him, Martin Mayhew, Jack Del Rio, all these guys, So Ron's tenure here, I appreciate him for what he did as far as off the field, but on the field, it was mediocre. But moving on from Ron Rivera is going to be a new challenge for this all ownership. And it's probably not going to be as hard because of Ron Rivera wasn't their guy, but it's going to create obviously a hole, and you have to fill that. Now, this hole could be filled by somebody like Bill Belichick, but after doing a little bit of research, or at least hearing around the league, I thought Bill Belichick and owner Robert Kraft, they agreed to a contract extension, privately. That's what I heard from Jay Glazer a couple weeks ago on, or if it was NFL Game Day Morning a couple weeks ago, on NFL Network. They said that they secretly, before the season, agreed to a contract extension. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Bill Belichick can't get fired in New England now. He can still get fired, you know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing that he's staying in New England. And let's be for real, Bill Belichick is 70-plus years old. I don't see him getting fired. And if he does get fired, he's probably going to hang it up. He probably is not going to want to come to Washington. And honestly, guys, I don't want him in Washington either. I feel like Bill Belichick is a really good head coach. Don't get me wrong. And he's going to go down as probably the best head coach of all time. But as we've seen over the years with Bill Belichick, even with Tom Brady, is he lacks to put talent around his team. Now, the one thing about it when it comes to Bill Belichick is that if he was to come to Washington, he would not have to put a lot of talent around, because it's already a lot here. Now, I know we still have holes to fill, but there's already a lot here. With talent. But as far as filling the holes that are still necessary to fill, he probably is going to leave it how it is. Bill Belichick doesn't put a lot of talent on his team. Like, let's be for real. Like, Tom Brady was a big, huge reason why he's had all his success. All right, and Tom Brady is not on the Washington Commanders. I love Sam Howell, but he's not Tom Brady. Tom Brady was able to elevate players around him. And I'm not saying Sam Howell can't do that, but I don't want to see him do that. I would much rather have him have a Terry McLaurin opposed to having some Joe Schmo out of the 6th round and Sam Howell having to elevate him and just make him this bigger than life wide receiver than he actually really is, like a Tom Brady had to do with a Julian Edelman and so many other, receivers, Scotty Miller in Tampa Bay. Like, he's always had these like scrawny, random like wide receivers, and he just made them bigger than life. When in all actuality, he's never really had a true number 1 receiver, outside like Randy Moss for a stretch, and Mike Evans and Antonio Brown. Like, it's been rare when he's actually had a true number 1 wide receiver. Now, obviously, Robert Gronkowski was a good tight end for him, but me personally, I'm good off Bill Belichick. I feel like it would be a Ron Rivera 2.0. Now, one thing I will say is that he'll have this defense balling. That's one thing about it. He's going to have this defense balling. He's probably going to turn Emmanuel Forbes into an all-pro. Like, he can turn some cornerbacks into some studs. Like, that's one thing about it. But offensively and talent-wise, I'm not sure if I'm willing to settle for what Bill Belichick has to offer. Like, you look at his tenure post-Brady, hasn't been good. I think he only has 1 playoff appearance, and he got blown out in it. He struggled with finding a competent offensive mind. I mean, they had Matt Patricia at offensive coordinator. Like, let's be for real. Like, how would y'all feel about that? Like, Matt Patricia, a defensive coordinator, calling offensive plays, right? If we get Bill Belichick, we might as well hire Josh McDaniels too. And who wants that cancer? You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I'm good off Bill. I really am. And also, he's 70-plus years old. I'm tired of these older head coach. I want me a young, innovative, guy. I want a Ben Johnson, a Bobby Slowick. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a defensive-minded head coach, but if we got a defensive-minded young head coach, okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I would much rather have a head coach marry him with Sam, but if we had to go defense, at least it's young. I want me a 30, 40-year-old young man as a head coach. Not no old grandpa head coach. You feel me? This is changed in this day and age. It's no longer 1980. So again, I'm good off Bill Belichick. Again, not to take credit away from Bill, but I feel like a lot of his success was due to Tom Brady. And Tom Brady isn't going to be walking through those doors in Washington. So I highly doubt that. I think another thing is, if they did secretly confirm a contract, then we would have to potentially trade for Bill Belichick. And who is going to want to trade for Bill Belichick? Like, come on, y'all. Like, you would have to give up probably a first, a second, multiple first-round picks, similar to what the Broncos had to do to get Sean Payton. They had to give up either multiple first-round picks or at least 1. And I'm not willing to do that for no Bill Belichick, y'all. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not at all. Like, I know how good Bill Belichick may sound, but no, bro. I'm good. All right. So again, no Bill Belichick for me. But what says you out there? I know there's gonna be a couple people that's gonna be like, hey, look, go ahead and get Bill Belichick. And then also, another thing that I also want to add, if you get Bill Belichick, for all the people out there that wants to do it the right way, if you get Bill Belichick, it's yet another coach-centric approach and yet another coach-centric culture. And we've seen how that has happened and played out here in Washington. Ron Rivera, it was coach-centric, as the former owner said when in the introductory press conference. If Bill Belichick comes here, he's gonna want all the power. Like, he's like, oh, look, I'm a 6 Super Bowl winning head coach. I should get the say. And who really wants that again? I want to do it the right way. I want to hire the GM. The GM comes in, hire the head coach, and the head coach hires the rest of his staff alongside the GM. You don't do that way. You go ahead and you hire Bill Belichick if you're Josh Hurst. Then this is going to turn into the Washington Patriots, all right? You probably gonna end up with Josh McDaniels as your head coach. You're probably gonna end up with Matt Patricia as your defensive coordinator. You're probably gonna end up with Steve Belichick as your linebackers coach. Like, it's gonna be all Patriots. You're probably gonna end up with Gerard Mayo, who's actually really good, I heard, on the coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna end up with a bunch of randoms. He's probably gonna get all these guys up out of here. The Cameron Curls that we love and we think we want to resign. You're probably gonna get them up out of here. He's probably going to get all these expiring deals up out of here. Kendall Fuller and all these guys, Curtis Samuel. And he's probably going to replace them with 5th round, 6th round picks and hope for the best. Again, look at that Patriots team. We just played them. What talent did they have on that offense side of the ball? Outside of Kendrick Bourne, who tore his ACL. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's meh, right? That Douglas kid, he's cool, but come on, he's a rookie. Like Hunter Henry, cool, but he's not like no Dallas Goedert or no Travis Kelce or George Kittle. Like Ramondre Stevenson is cool, but come on, like defensively, they have some players, but how many of those players that you really feel good about, like that you can consider that you feel can be a consistent person on that defense? Like, there's no stars on the field. There's no star on that field. What are you going to go, J.C. Jackson as a star? Like, there's nobody. So, I feel like, personally, I would not have him. I would not want him here because he would fail to do the same thing that Ron Rivera is doing now. We might as well keep Ron if we're going to hire Bill Belichick. You're failing to put successful talent on the field. You're just going with whatever, and you're just trying to act as if you can win with whatever because you're Bill Belichick and you had Tom Brady. No, Tom Brady's not on this team. You need talent, a lot of it, and we have holes. We have talent. Trust me, I've been trying to stress this point to a lot of people that feel like we don't have talent. We have talent. But the thing is, you need more. We're not perfect. Clearly, we're not perfect. So, you need to put more talent around this team to be successful. And I feel like if Bill Belichick comes in here, he's 70 what? He's like 71 years old. He's going to be stuck in his ways, and he's going to be another old fart that's going to be like, do it my way or the highway. And we're going to come in here, and we're probably going to be at a standstill. Probably going to be at a standstill. No getting better. All right? So, that's how I personally feel. I know I want to read some comments, and that's totally fine if you feel that way. I'm not telling you not to feel that way or have your own opinion. Please, have your own opinion. But I already know I'm going to run into some comments that are going to be like, look, Juan, I don't know if you don't know what you're talking about. I want Bill Belichick here. And if you truly want Bill Belichick here, by all means, do you know what I'm saying, and hope for it to happen. Me personally, I'm good on Bill Belichick. I want me a young head coach, a young innovative head coach. So we'll see. But I just want to come here to talk about that video because I know that was circulating around the league, around the Washington Commanders last week, and I just wanted to jump on it. Better late than never. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. As always, me and Boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. You have a blessed one. See you later. Peace.